and attending here tonight. Two by two they go. This is your Twin Leaf Sportsman Series, race number 2. Here on Firehouse Pizzeria and Dank Bank Dispensary night. This is our Independence Day show. Cars are pulling into formation. They are going to go 4 wide down the back straightaway. This is your Twin Leaf Sportsman Series. These are the stars and cars here of our regular nights of Mohawk International Raceway. This is our mini series that we put on weekly. Firehouse Pizzeria put up a $500 bonus to the winner. We normally pay $1,200 to win this race. It's $1,700 today. One of these drivers is going to pick up a huge check at the end of the night here.
Literally, because I saw it, it's like Happy Gilmore size check.
It's huge.
Ja.
So Dank Bank Dispensary gave out a whole bunch of light up sticks. If you have a cell phone and you have a flashlight on it, I want you to turn that on. I want you to wave it around and let them drivers know that you're here for them and you appreciate them setting up their cars 4 wide down the front straightaway. Happy Independence Day here from Mohawk International Raceway. This is your Twin Leaf Sportsman Series.
Oh my God, look at all the lights. Look at the crowd, look at the crowd. Everybody's got their flag, everybody's got their fucking lights on.
We appreciate you, the fans, for letting the drivers know that you appreciate them. They put their hard work all week to make it to the races. Some of them are working multiple jobs to be able to do this. Something that they love. We know you love watching it. If you're a first-time fan here, we really appreciate you coming out and enjoying the show. It's a beautiful night for racing here at Mohawk International Raceway. We're live on racemohawk.live. We're live on dirttrackdigest.com. We have hundreds of viewers all over the country right now, all over the United States and Canada. We have a huge fireworks display coming up. Firehouse Pizzeria in Brushton, Dank Bank Dispensary. We appreciate you, the race fans.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned about all the hard work that goes into this, Daryl. You got Jamie Begor, runs a family hardware business.
Josh Jock runs a small engine business, plus he works for Twin Leaf.
Yes, and he was venturing out on the island there, a few weeks ago for work. Casey Swamp
multiple businesses.
Just opened up a 3TK place in Potsdam. His daughter Taylor hard at work, and of course I would be remiss if I didn't give enough credit to Haley Jocko for all her hard work. That she's the brains of the operation, and if you met Casey, you'd see why.
They also have the Swamps Performance, the garage, and they also do the water delivery, Aquasasne Commercial Products. Christian Smoke has J&L Detailing. He also has a starter zone where he details cars during the week. Corey Castell owns CMC Auto Repair in Fort Covington.
And we apologize if we were forgetting anyone.
Yeah,
we know how hard you guys. These are not professional race car drivers by any stretch of the imagination.
These are just hard-working men and women that just love to do what they do.
And they got bit by the bug.
We got bit by the bug, and here we are. 40 laps, $1,700 to win, presented by Firehouse Pizzeria and Dank Bank Dispensary.
And you know how easy it is to unretire a former race car driver? Bring him to the races one night.
Ain't that the truth?
It's an awful addiction. 40 laps, the event. I know you got a favorite out there. Jamie Begor on the pole. Josh Jock to his outside. You wouldn't be able to find any other heavier hitters than that.
Dan Jalbert, Casey Swamp, Corey Castell, Adam Rosen, Tristan Lattiser, Fire Swamp, Christian Smoke, Taylor Docksnyder, Greg Snyder, Rico Hernandez, Dylan Cole, Steve Bushy, Billy Cook, Brad Reef, Trey Lattiser, Nick Millett, and Robert Loire is your field.
Yes, sir, and we just noted this week we're going to be changing it. Spoke with Bob before the races. He wants to be known as Bob Loire. You weren't present for that conversation, so no biggie. He said basically call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Yeah.
40 laps. I know you got a favorite out there. Begor, Jock.
There was a lot of fans for Bigor when he pulled that number 1.
Yes, he doesn't race with us weekly, but when he comes here, he sets the field afire.
I see a lot of Fire Swamp shirts out there.
Yes, Fire joining us this week as Devil's Bowl rained out. From turn 4, J&L Detail Starter Zone, Travis Bruno throws the green flag. We're underway. It'll be Bigor and Jock. First to enter turn 1, now turn 2. Advantage for Bigor as they shuffle their way down the backstretch. Jock going to settle right in the wheel marks behind Bigor in that number 2 position. Coming off of turn 4, Darrell, Bigor will lead lap number 1.
With a hard-charging Sportsman division right behind him. Tristan Lattiser battling with Dan Jalbert for that number 3 spot. Corey Castell trying to capitalize on Casey Swamp around the outside of the speedway. See if he can get up to the front. He was the last feature winner of our Twin Leaf Sportsman Series, so he's our current points leader right now. He's going to try to shuffle himself as far forward. He's got 40 laps to do so. He is the only car venturing up top right now, and he's getting some momentum going around Casey Swamp on the back straightaway. Right now, Corey Castell jumps into that number 5 position as he just breaks in there. 3 wide for second place with Lattiser, Jalbert, and Joshua Jock. Still 3 wide in the turns number 1 and 2. Right now, the advantage goes to Joshua Jock.
Yeah, they almost remain 3 wide, but Lattiser thought better of it and backs out of it. He knows this is an endurance event, not a sprint. We got one off the backstretch. That's Steve Bushy Jr. He collects himself and joins the rear of the field. Now Jalbert starting to pressure Joshua Jock for that number 2 position. Jock in the 03 to the high side. Down the backstretch we shuffle. You see the cars. High speeds coming into turns 3 and 4. Bigor remains your leader, but here comes Jalbert. He's working that inside racing groove. Jock to his top side. Jock will enter turn number 2 by the slightest of margins. Jalbert going to stick it right back on the bottom. He's trying to find something on the bottom, but Joshua Jock, he's got a little bit better of him by half a car length as they exit the turns. Jalbert still sticking it there for that number 3 spot. As we venture back, Tristan Lattiser, here he goes to the top side. He's cleared Casey Swamp, as now it is a clear racetrack in front of Jamie Bigor on lap number 7, going to be put up on the books here. Jamie Bigor is having a fun Saturday cruise, Darrell.
Well, Jamie Bigor likes what he sees. He's got a clear track ahead of him. Josh Jock has quite a distance to make up on Bigor. But he's got a hard-charging Jalbert and Lattiser right behind him. The battle is on for that number 2 spot. As Joshua Jock with the pressure on him from Dan Jalbert. Jalbert takes a peek to the inside, but can't get around Joshua Jock as he flies around the top side of the speedway. The moisture is way upstairs, and Joshua Jock is not scared to venture up there. We come around to collect lap number 9 here of 40. Extra distance, extra money for our Twin Leaf Sportsman Series presented by Firehouse Pizzeria. Right now, heading into turns 3 and 4, right? It's Jamie Bigor in that blue and yellow and white, number 19. He's out of Mowers Forks, New York. And he is leading the charge right now. Down the back straightaway, he is gaining ground on some lap traffic here. He does not want to let up as he's got some of the best sportsman drivers in the region hot on his tail. Flagman Travis Bruno letting the tail car know that the leaders are coming up behind him. In the next couple laps, that blue flag is going to come out, signaling that the driver has to hold their line, that the leaders are on their tail. Bigor to the inside, his first lap car here is Rico Hernandez. Rico kicks it a little sideways here, and I was pretty scared for Jamie Bigor there for a second, but Bigor clears him no problem. Down the back straightaway. Bigor has his sights set on the next 2 cars in line. It looks like Nick Millette and Steve Bushy in that Firehouse Pizzeria ride. We're 12 laps in of this 40-lap event.
Yeah, so here we go. It's still Bigor. We're going to pick him up in lap traffic here as he is, I am trying to find a leader here, as we come off of turn number, Jamie Bigor on the front stretch. Here we go. Lap 14. Put it in the books. Getting out close to the halfway point. It's still Joshua Jock, as now Jock has settled back for that number 4th position. Begor off of turn number 4. He's going to have to come into some heavy lap traffic here, as we got one off the speedway just off of turn number 2. Off of turn 2, we got one coming to a stop. Alex, if you could take us over to turn.
It looks like Carl Potvin in that 14K.
Yeah, the yellow will be displayed just off of turn number 2, Alex, as you'll see the car stop. Great camera work by Alex Benedict up there.
So that's going to stack up the field once again. That huge lead that Jamie Begor just had has dissipated. And it looks like the tires are really coming in for Dan Jalbert. His car was really picking up speed. He got a little bit lucky there that Josh Jock got up into the marbles a little bit and lost some time. As he come off of turn number 2, he went a little high, and it allowed Tristan Lattiser and Dan Jalbert to get by. He was able to regroup and then maintain the position, and he was able to sneak back into that 3rd spot, back around Tristan Lattiser. Casey Swamp just been waiting in the 5th position. He's been watching the 3 cars in front of him battling side by side and switching lanes. So we'll see if Casey Swamp has anything for him. Fire Swamp is into the mix. He's in the number 6 position right now. Only his 2nd start here at Mohawk this season. He's been a regular at the Devil's Bowl Speedway, picking up a couple huge feature wins there. If there was a big race, Fire Swamp was there, and he was the leader at the end of the race.
Yeah, and it's not like he went up there and just dominated. He had his work cut out for him, and they always say the cream rises to the top. Well, that can be said in spades about Fire Swamp for some of those feature wins that he picked up at Devil's Bowl. As I had mentioned, last lap pass on Demetrius Drelos.
Yeah.
And
his mentor right now.
yes, and Demetrius, a great driver in his own right.
Yeah.
And it was a very clean pass. It was just a great race, and Fire Swamp making good account for himself wherever he ventures this season.
And I was telling you that if you look at the track, the black stuff on the speedway is very slippery. It's like black ice. It's like cruising around on frozen ice. So it's very slick. That's why you see the cars venturing way up to the top. You see that light brown stuff. That's where the moisture is. That's where the tires will get the most traction. Way down on the bottom next to those tractor tires, there's a little strip of light brown around there. You're going to see some drivers sticking that left front and left rear tire on that because they are trying to use that to their advantage. Look for cars to move around the speedway. Corey Castell has been on fire as of late. He's been a consistent driver all season long. We'll see if he can make his move. He's still got 25 more laps to go here before the end of the race. All kinds of time for these drivers to move up here. Christian Smoke still looking for his first win of the season. He is in your top 10 right now. He's in as they stack up the cars down the back straightaway, stack them and re-rack them. The lead has dissipated for Jamie Begor. He's got Dan Jalbert sitting to his outside. Off of turns number 3 and 4 at the J&L Detailing. Clean start zone. Green flag flies. Restart for your Twin Leaf Sportsman Series.
Begor showing the way at this point, and there goes Tristan Lattiser. Starts dancing with the devil. The top dance floor for him. He'll make quick work of Jalbert as we go into turns 3, now coming off of 4. Lattiser, he's got Begor in his sights, but here comes Joshua Jock. Jock currently riding in 3rd. Lattiser's got something on that top side. He is hooked up right now on rails. Down to the backstretch we shuffle. Begor showing the way. But don't look in your rearview mirror because you're going to have a full mirror of Tristan Lattiser off of turn number 4. Joshua Jock starting to gain. Fire Swamp now into the top 5. Swamp to the outside in the 88 machine. Down into turns 3 and 4 we go. It's still Jamie Begor. Lattiser, that top side was working for him, Daryl. It's cooled off a little bit.
Yeah, cars are trying to drop a little bit lower on the speedway right now. They see it's working for Jamie Begor. You kind of want to mimic the car that's in the lead, so they're going to try to stick their tires exactly where he is because obviously he's finding some traction. And right now, Tristan Lattiser is gaining ground on Jamie Begor. That lead is dissipating. We're down to about 2 or 3 car lengths as we come around on lap number 19. We're almost halfway home in this 40-lap feature. Jamie Begor is your leader. Tristan Lattiser second. Joshua Jock hanging on strong in 3rd. The cross flags Flagman Travis Bruno letting the drivers know we're halfway home in this 40-lap feature event here on Firehouse Pizzeria and Dink Bank Dispensary night. Jamie Begor down the back straightaway. Tristan Lattiser hot on his tail. Lattiser closing the gap. 1 car length ahead for Jamie Begor. We'll see if he can hold on. The tires are coming in hot for Tristan Lattiser as he closes the gap. 19 more times around the speedway. Joshua Jock, Fire Swamp, Danjel Bear, your top 5. Tristan Lattiser trying a different lane. He drops down a lane. He's putting his tires right on that bottom as low as he can go. He come up to the quarter panel of Jamie Begor here on lap number 22.
Yeah, Lattiser trying to diamond cut it, and there he goes to the outside, pedaling as fast as his little legs will go. Down the backstretch, Hoosier to Hoosier as we enter turns 3 and 4. Oh, Lattiser's got him this time as they enter turn number 4. Tristan Lattiser, your new race leader on lap number 23. Begor relegated to that number 2 spot, but don't count out Josh Jock or Fire Swamp, who are running 3rd and 4th respectively at this point. Lattiser looking very quick. He's got about a 3-car length lead as we come off of turn number 4. Lattiser, lap 24, remains your leader. He overtook Begor last time around the circuit. And Joshua Jock starting to make some noise from that bottom groove. Jock may have found something that the other drivers have not been able to capitalize on at this point. Off of turn 4, Daryl, it's still Tristan Lattiser.
Tristan Lattiser coming down the front straightaway in that real nice light blue and white car, the number 92. He's just going down Greg Snyder in all kinds of trouble on the back straightaway. And he will come to a stop here just in front of the billboard. And that will bring out the caution here. Tristan Lattiser tire seems to have come in midway through this race. It allowed him to get on by the 19 of Begor. We thought Begor was going to run away with it at the beginning. That restart is what Tristan Lattiser needed to stack him back up. And now Tristan Lattiser leads the way, and he is going to be our control car for this next restart here. Your current top 5 is going to be Tristan Lattiser in that number 92. Jamie Begor in the 19. 03 is Joshua Jock. The 88 is Fire Swamp, and Danjel Bear rounds out your top 5 in that number 95.
One thing I got to emphasize, and a lot of young drivers come up through, and they don't have the virtue of patience such as we're seeing here from Tristan Lattiser. He let that race come to him. He knew he was hitting his marks. He knew he was gaining on the leader. He wasn't trying to overdrive his machine. He saw an opportunity on lap 22 to overtake the leader, Jamie Begor. He did just that, Daryl. His patience is paying off here tonight.
He was watching Begor. Whichever lane Begor moved to, he tried it out, and he gained ground. He moved up a lane just to see if he was still gaining ground. He moved forward. He moved down a lane. He moved forward. I think Tristan Lattiser's car is coming to him, and I don't think it's all the way there yet. We got 15 more laps to go. I think it's just going to get faster and faster here.
Yeah, hats off to him. Like I said, he's a third-generation driver. His grandfather, Laurent Lattiser, that you used to see around here many years ago. He still comes down here. And, of course, his father is Joey Lattiser, no stranger to the Pro Stock division, different divisions here. Pro Stock division is where Joey Lattiser, his father, really made his mark.
Yeah, Joey Moore jumped up into the Sportsman and really dominated in the Sportsman. Pretty much anywhere he went, he found victory lane. When he jumped into the 358, he found that in his first season.
And some people are just born with natural ability.
Yeah, and they have the family skill, the family knowledge. It helps out a lot, and it's really showing and letting Tristan shine here.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, Daryl, I've had a rough week. I'll tell you, times are hard. I went to the grocery store to shoplift. I got pickpocketed. Then I come home, cat burglar stole my dog.
Geez, your lawnmower jammed this week and everything.
Oh,
you had a really rough week.
Well, I just found out my tailor is suing the pants off of me. Someone just bang a gong. Glad you're along up here playing with us. No, I don't shoplift. No, I don't have a dog. And no, I almost said no, I don't wear pants. No, I do wear pants. But
everybody that's watching us live here on the pay-per-view is wondering, they only see our jerseys,
yes,
the official shirts.
Well, some things shouldn't be seen.
Better left unknown.
Yes, that's true. We're not Sarah McLachlan unraveling a mystery here.
So 2 by 2 they go down the back straightaway in front of the billboards. It's 25 laps in, 15 laps to go here for our 40-lap Twin Leaf Sportsman Series. Jamie Begor, Tristan Lattiser on the hammer. J&L Detailing starter zone. Green flag flies. Begor to the early lead, but here comes Tristan Lattiser on the top side of the speedway. Lattiser with all that momentum shoots off like a rocket down the back straightaway, and he will take the number 1 spot away and maintain it in that number 92 car. He's hitting his marks every single lap. Tristan Lattiser, just a young guy, but driving like the wily veteran of his father and his grandfather. His father drove the number 92. His grandfather drove the number 23. Multi-time track championships between them. Tristan, in his first full seasons of Sportsman, has been really shining, especially at the Cornwall International Raceway, where he also runs weekly for the past couple of seasons.
Yes.
He's in that Glengarry Truck Center number 92 that's leading the way, the white and blue car.
Yes, he is. And look out, here comes Joshua Jock. He got to that number 2 spot, but the one to watch as we enter turn number 3, Alex, you got Begor on the inside, the 88 at Fire Swap. He tries to slide it underneath for that number 3 spot. He'll do exactly that. Great camera work, Alex, as we go into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Swap with a slider. Can he hang on to her? And he does exactly that. Begor relegated to that 4th position at this point. Swap, he's not done yet. He's looking for more. Tristan Lattiser with 10 to go remains your leader. Joshua Jock right in second. Will this be, Darryl, one of those nights where Fire Swap pulls it off on the last lap?
He's got the momentum rolling on the top side of the speedway. We're closing in on 10 more laps to go here. Tristan Lattiser found what he liked down on the bottom. Joshua Jock mimicking him to try to close the gap as best he can. He's down to about 7 car lengths right now. Tristan sneaks up to the top, and he stretches it out here. But Josh Jock finds the speed coming around 3 and 4. It's where he makes up his ground here. We'll see if he has anything for him. Cars kind of spread out, stuck to the bottom right now. Christian Smoke, the only one really venturing to the top side other than Tristan Lattiser. It's working for Christian Smoke. Yeah, well, we're down to lap 33 right now. We have a few more laps to go here, but Tristan Lattiser is coming up on lap traffic. I don't think it'll be a problem for Lattiser, as most of the lap cars are running down in the bottom side of the speedway, and Lattiser moving up to the top here. But he is coming up on lap traffic. Steve Bushy is going to be right in front of him. We'll see if that comes into play in 6 laps, and it gives Josh Jock a chance to catch up. $1,700 on the line. Powered by Firehouse Pizzeria. Twin Leaf Sportsman Series action. Tristan Lattiser making his marker on the Mohawk International Raceway. Dylan Cole slips up, almost gets in the lane, drops back down. He's going to take the lane away from Tristan Lattiser. This is going to give Josh Jock a chance to catch up. Lattiser somewhat held up. We'll see if he can get around the D1 of Dylan Cole. Lattiser to the outside. He's got Steve Bushy in front of him now. Right now is Josh Jock's time to move forward. 4 more laps to go. Coming around for 3 to go. Tristan Lattiser has maintained the lead since he took it away at midway. Joshua Jock pulls right up to where he started in second place. He's back up to the second place after dropping to about 5th. Josh's car is really coming in right now. Josh has closed the gap to about 7 car lengths right now, but he is running out of time here as there's 2 more laps to go. Coming around for the white flag. 1 more time around for Tristan Lattiser. Lattiser down the back straightaway in that white, blue, and black number 92, the Glengarry Truck Center. Number 92 from Alexandria, Ontario, Canada, Tristan Lattiser picks up the Swamps Automotive checkered flag. Joshua Jock finishes second. Fire Swamp finishes third. Fourth will go to Jamie Bigor. Fifth is going to be Dan Jalbert. One caution slowed up tonight's program in the Sportsman division. Relatively clean race. All kinds of action, lead changes, different cars were coming into play towards the end of the race. That redraw had a huge effect on how the finish ended up here. So your unofficial complete running order. Tristan Lattiser is your winner in the